Okay, so you'd like to know more about designing a website, but one that sells. Okay, so that's what this page is all about. You'll see below me there's a whole stack of website homepage designs. And the reason I've concentrated on providing you with the homepage design is, hopefully no surprise to you, the most important page of your website is, guess what? The homepage. Okay, and I often at seminars and conventions that I speak at bring up on the big screen on stage images of women's magazines front covers, and I say to the attendees, who thinks the most important page of any publication, but let's just say particularly women's magazines, is the front page, the front cover? And of course everybody puts their hand up, and understandably it is. If you are not attracted by the front cover of the magazine in the airport news agency or the drugstore if you live in America, then of course you're not going to flick through the magazine and you're never going to buy it. And so therefore the big magazine publishers realise that the front cover of the magazine is the most important page. Now, guess what? The same principle applies to your website. Your homepage is the make or break of your website. And you know what? You wouldn't know it if you looked at most businesses' websites, because most businesses, in my opinion, have a woeful, absolutely awful homepage. Now, if you look below, I've done lots and lots and lots of layouts for lots of different businesses, and although many of these layouts, because they've been done over the last few years, are not designed to the new responsive formula, and that is the formula that we have now to suit smartphones and tablets, the same principle applies. Okay, so where the design for smartphones and tablets is a more, let me say, what would I say? It's a format whereby you have a story going from top to bottom so that anyone with their smartphone can easily read the front page or any page of your website. The same principles apply. Okay, so therefore if you're looking at some of these graphics below and going, oh gee, they're a bit old-fashioned because they are not responsive, don't worry about that. The fact is that the components of your homepage are the most important things. Okay, let's go through the components. Okay, number one, you need, just like you would in a brochure, just like you would in a press ad, you need a compelling headline. Okay, so therefore you need, in my opinion, a problem solution headline. So for argument's sake, if you were a holiday resort and you happen to be one that specialises in a health retreat sort of theme, you might say in the headline, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Well, guess what? You can have a 5-night luxury health retreat vacation in a 6-star resort for X dollars, plus we're throwing in 2 free nights if you do this, that and the other. Okay, so therefore you give them the problem, are they feeling down, and we give you the solution. You then will have on your homepage a welcome video. Okay, now that welcome video might be you doing exactly what I'm doing right now if you feel comfortable in front of a camera. If you don't, it may very well be a doodle video, okay, or it may be a slide presentation with a voiceover. But the fact of the matter is, I believe that not enough companies use videos on their websites, and videos are easy. That's why you're watching this. If I was telling you all of this in a scroll of text, I bet you wouldn't get halfway through it, okay? If you're still with me at this point of the video, then you're finding this at least, hopefully partly interesting, okay? Now, what else? You need a free report format, okay? I got pretty excited about that then, didn't I? You need a free report format, okay? So therefore, why? Do you want to give them a free report? Well, the free report is so that you capture data, so that you are actually creating a database, because you don't want people to come onto your website and then possibly not buy and leave and then never know who they are. You want to know who's coming to your website so that you can follow them up. And so if, for example, you might say, what sort of free report? Well, if, for example, you were a kitchen renovator, your free report might be, download now, the free report on the 3 scariest things that most kitchen renovators don't want you to ever know about. And you might then go, psst, hint, hint, that granite bench top is not really granite, okay? Now, if I've come to your website because you're a kitchen renovator, then the chances are I'm a warm prospect. I'm come to your website because I'm surfing around looking for kitchen renovators. Now, if you're the only one that provides me with a free report that exposes some of the scary things in the industry, do you think that you're going to be rocketed to trusted advisor status? In my mind, of course you will. So the free report does two things. Number one, it gains data for you. You've got contact details then. And number two, it catapults you to trusted advisor or expert status. Okay, so that's why you need to have a free report of some sort. Look, and a free report, if it scares you to go, oh, I don't know how to put together a free report, we're talking about maybe a 4 or 5 page report. And if you can't do that yourself, if you don't feel comfortable, it's just a matter of getting a copywriter, okay? Now, the other components are video testimonials, because they're much more believable than written ones. People are very skeptical of written ones. They think that you've written them and you put the names down the bottom of it, whereas you can't convince multiples of people to lie on video. So the reason video testimonials from your satisfied clients are so powerful, because they're real. And people understand if you've got multiples of them, then you couldn't have bribed all of those people with a present, okay? And also what you should have on there is probably a section that talks about the 3 or the 5 or the 7 biggest benefits of someone dealing with you, okay? You can say, look, here's the 3 biggest benefits of dealing with our business, okay? So look, they're the major components. There are others. You may care to, talk about your staff and the expertise of those members of your staff. And there's a bunch of other, I guess, smaller things you'll see in some of the samples that I have below, but they're the major components that I believe you should have on the homepage of your website, okay? I'm not going to go through on this video sort of explanation all the other pages, because really at the end of the day, you have an About Us page, you will have a products or services page, and you might have a shopping cart, and you'll have a Contact Us page and all sorts of things. But the most important thing is your homepage, because if that's not good, if that's not compelling, they're not going to go to any of your other pages, okay? So hopefully you'll enjoy surfing through all of the samples below the video here. And by the way, each time you actually get onto one of those samples, you will find that there's a little audio button underneath. And that audio button, if you press it, will be a little short description from me of why I've included the certain components in that design. So we're giving you everything here at Wow Central. As I've said, probably on the video at the homepage, you've only got to get one idea out of becoming a member of this Wow Central for 12 months. You've only got to get one idea, and I think you will have paid for your membership many, many times over. Okay, good luck with your website.